Welcome to Journey Through Exodus chapter 13, a video series exploring the timeless wisdom and teachings of the book of Exodus. This is your host, Bible Short Stories, and today we'll be summarizing chapter 13, a significant and symbolically rich part of this ancient text. If you like what you see, type the word subscribe in our comments section. We'll have a surprise for you at the end. So settle in, open your hearts, and let's journey together. The consecration of the firstborn. Chapter 13 begins with God commanding Moses to consecrate every firstborn male among the Israelites. This act serves as a permanent reminder of God's mercy in sparing the firstborn of Israel during the last plague in Egypt. Every firstborn male, both of humans and animals, is to be set apart as holy. Next, we are introduced to the Feast of Unleavened Bread. God instructs the Israelites to commemorate their liberation from slavery by eating unleavened bread for 7 days. This feast symbolizes the haste of their departure from Egypt, where there was no time for bread to rise. It's a celebration of freedom and a vivid reminder of their deliverance. Guidance on the journey. The chapter also describes the beginning of the Israelites' journey out of Egypt. Led by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, they are guided on their way. This constant presence of God symbolizes His guidance and protection, an assurance that He will lead them to their destination. Now let's dive into its themes, lessons, and reflections in a Bible study context. The consecration of the firstborn, verses 1-2, 11-16. God commands Moses to consecrate all firstborn males to Him as a reminder of His mercy in sparing the firstborn of Israel during the plague in Egypt. Why is the firstborn so significant? What does it represent in this context? How does this command create a lasting connection to God's grace and intervention? How can we apply this idea of consecration and remembrance in our modern lives? Consider your personal rituals of remembrance and gratitude to God. How do you recognize and honor the grace in your life? The Feast of Unleavened Bread, verses 3-10. God instructs the Israelites to observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread, eating unleavened bread for 7 days, to commemorate their liberation from slavery. What does unleavened bread symbolize in this context? Why is it significant? How does this feast connect to the broader theme of liberation, and what responsibilities come with freedom? How can this feast inspire modern celebrations of freedom and cultural heritage? Reflect on your understanding of freedom, its value, and your responsibility in maintaining it. The pillar of cloud and fire, verses 17-22. The chapter describes God's guidance through a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. What does the pillar of cloud and fire symbolize? How does it represent God's ongoing guidance? How does this imagery reflect the themes of trust and faith in God's path? How can we seek and recognize God's guidance in our lives today? Consider areas in your life where you need guidance. How can you trust and seek divine guidance in your personal journey? Exodus chapter 13 is rich with symbolism, instruction, and divine guidance. From the consecration of the firstborn to the Feast of Unleavened Bread, to the visual guidance of the pillar of cloud and fire. This chapter lays foundational principles that resonate with themes of gratitude, remembrance, freedom, and faith. Thank you for joining me today on Journey Through Exodus chapter 13. I hope this exploration of chapter 13 has provided insight and inspiration. Join us next time as we continue our journey through this sacred text. Until next time, may your journey be guided by wisdom and grace. You're at the end of the video. Now our surprise, let us know what video you'd like to see next and we'll get to working on it. Bible Short Stories, signing off.